stakes. With the ghost deck, Spectral Cards may appear in the shop. We start with a Hex card, which adds Polychrome to a random Joker, destroying all other Jokers. Interesting. So, lots of interesting Spectral Cards. Those are very powerful cards. We're going to want money to spend on them. No idea what the build is going to be or how we're going to win the run, but let's dive in and get started, shall we? Okay, so basically, because this destroys all other Jokers, we want to find one really good Joker that we care about and put this on early. In terms of our first ante here, our skips are rerolling the boss blind, and initial cards and booster packs in the next shop are free. This might be worth doing. Getting 2 cards and 2 booster packs for free might be worth doing here. The blind is the head. All heart cards are debuffed. That's totally reasonable. If we get... Yeah, it depends on what's in the first shop, because we're going to play the small blind here. So depending on how much money and what's in the shop, we may or may not take this skip here and go straight to the boss blind. We'd have to defeat the head without anything, basically. Except possibly the voucher. But it could be worth doing. 600 is not that hard to manage. All right, let's play the first blind. All right. Ace, Queen, Jack, 6, 5, 3, 3, 2. So we have a pair of threes. Not super great at this level. 6 chips of value in the pair. Plus 10 times 2. That's really not enough. So we probably need to use a discard here. I think we lose the 6 and the 5 and the 2. Okay, not great. Let's lose the 10, the 8, and the 4. There's a pair of aces. That gives us 2 pair. We can work with that. All right, so now we've got a pair of 10s. We already discarded a 5 and a 4. We can keep the 7 and the 9, but we only have 1 discard left and 3 hands to play. I think this is fine. Let's see what we get. There we go, another 2 pair. And now we just need 80 points to win. The queens will probably do it. Not quite, but close enough. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. If we could pick it up would be good. I don't have anything else to do, so let's high card here. And the game's over. Okay. Well, that didn't work. We'll try again. Just a bad first hand, I guess. Okay, uncommon free Joker. We could throw Hex on that. That could be good. I don't need rerolls. Maybe this... But I still need to beat the blind to do it. Yeah, I think we got to play this. All right, pair of 7s. If we picked up an 8, we'd have a nice straight here. I'd rather try to get 2 pair off the King, Queen, 10, so let's get rid of 6, 5, 4. There's 2 pair. We can play that for some points. What else do we get? Pair of 10s. And let's get rid of these cards at the same time. Now I need something good. Pair of 8s is good. There we go. That's a nice 2 pair. And we have the 8s to work with. I need 40 points here. Queens and 8s. There we go. Okay. Made it past the small blind. Okay. So, I don't think we're going to be playing... Or, I don't think we're going to be skipping the blind. I don't need a reroll. Which means we need to get probably one of these jokers and consider whether or not to use Hex on it. I could go into the Buffoon pack if they're trash. Seed money would be really nice. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick it up. All right, so 3x malt if all cards held in hand are spades or clubs. So if we pick this up, we're kind of locking ourselves in. We would get the 1.5 malt regardless if we use Hex on this card. But we'd be locking into a flush strategy of getting rid of all our diamonds and hearts. That's early on, after the very first ante, that's a reasonable approach. We also have the Sly Joker, plus 50 chips if the played hand contains a pair. This is not as strong of a Joker. Going into here, is random. This is uncommon, so this is already pretty solid. If we build our strategy around a polychrome blackboard, it could be very strong if we survive the next couple of rounds. So I think I will invest here. All right, so let's use hex. So we have our polychrome blackboard, and we know we're going after spades or clubs. I think if I have a choice, I want to go after spades because we've already done a clubs flush strategy. But the more important thing for this card is less about having tons and tons of spades and more about getting rid of hearts and diamonds. I have no money left, so let's go to the next round. All right. So we could save this pair of tens, but I think it's better to probably... We could try to chase the 8 for a straight here, but I think it's better to get rid of these cards. So we'll... If we do this, we're just getting a 10 high card, which is 15. Yeah, not a great hand. Might be better off doing a discard here. Okay. So in terms of jacks and spades, I have... And it's in hand, so can I play this somehow? If I got a queen... If I got a queen, king, queen, jack, 10, 9 is a straight. So then how do I get my hands on that queen? I have to discard the 10, the 8, and 3. But then I don't get the polychrome either. This is harder to do than I thought. This is a king high. So the other option is to play the jack pair and the 10 pair and then throw up... I can't throw up the king and the 9. So there's no good way for me to get the polychrome unless I just play the pair here. That's probably the play because of this, right? So we get the pair. That's 30 chips times 2. And then do I get the 3x mult first or do I get the polychrome first? Hang on, I want to see how this works. So if I play this pair, I get 30 chips times 2, and then I'll only have clubs and spades in hand, so I'll get both effects here. The question is, do I get the times 3, then times 1.5? Or I guess it doesn't... I guess it depends on how the game rounds things up. Because 2 times 1.5 should be 3. Times 3 is 9, so 9 times 30 is what? 270? And if it did it in reverse, it'd be 6 times 1.5, which is 9 anyway. Okay, so this should be 270. I am curious which order this goes in, though. 10. There's 10. So we get the 3x mult first, and then the 1.5. That's actually good, depending on how things get rounded. Okay, I can work with that. So let's go to our not collection, let's go to settings and put the speed back up. All right, so if I play the pair, I get the effect of polychrome. Is there anything else I can play here? I can play 2 pair. So then I get 20, 30, 46 times 9. That should win the ante for me. Okay. All right. So we need Arcana cards. We definitely need Arcana cards to get rid of diamonds and hearts. Voucher would be nice, but I don't think I can afford it. What do we have here? Hallucination's a pretty solid investment. This is just free money. I spend 3 to get 4, double it to 8, so this is $1. ODT, welcome back to the channel. You caught the stream yesterday? Yeah, we're doing the ghost pack. So I've used my hex card on the polychrome here. So I'd like to buy this and then save it for later, but I'd also like the Arcana pack and I'd like hallucination. I can't have both of these anyway. If I use this right now, then I could buy both of these. Which could be good. Or I can buy this and save it. And have one of them. I think I want the 2 tarot cards right now. What is my blind, my boss blind here? -1 hand size? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy and use this, which should get me to 8. Yep. Then I buy this. And then I buy this. Okay, hallucination did not help me. What do we have? Wild card, doubles money, increases rank of up to 2 selected cards by 1. So I'm chasing a flush strategy, so this doesn't super help me, except in the sense of like, I can get 1 more chip point from some of these cards. I have $0, so the Hermit doesn't help me. A wild card could help with getting a flush, but it doesn't, well, yeah, I guess this could be good. This is better than the other 2 anyway, because if I have a wild card, I can play it into a flush and then remove it from my hand so it's not a spade. So I guess throwing wild card on this king is the best play here. All right, let's see if we can beat the boss blind here. All right. So we want to play. We want to remove any red cards from our hand on what we play. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 is a straight, but I don't get any malt because blackboard's my only scoring card. What is this going to get me? 20, 30, 40, 50 minus what? Like 8. So like 40 points. 70 times 4. 70 times 6 is 560? Is that right? What's 7 times 6? It's 7 times 6 is 42, 420. I guess that's worth playing. Yeah, that was pretty good. And then I can play this pair of queens to get 6x malt. Actually, I can play the triple. Yeah, that should win the hand for me. Nice. Okay. You know what I'd love? I would love the card that increases chances by 1. So this becomes 2 and 2 and guaranteed. What do we have here? I have $7 to play with. I don't need reroll surplus right now. Earn an extra $1 of interest for every $5 you have at the end of the round. That would be nice. Played face cards. Have a 1 in 2 chance to give $2 when scored. Okay. This is a nice money card. These are both nice money cards. I don't need voucher. I don't need the standard pack or the celestial pack right now. So I could save this money in terms of interest, or I could invest in my future. So this is on average $1 per face card. Whereas if I invest in this, it's an extra $5 a round. Am I gonna play 5 face cards per round? Like, both of these are pretty nice. I think they're kind of similar. This one scales better, right? The more money you have, the better this does. There will be opportunities for additional money cards later. I might just save this to earn a little bit of interest and have a little bit more money for the next shop. Let me look at my blinds here. So I might take this skip. I'm not going to take this skip. What is my pillar? Cards played previously, this anti-air debuff. So actually this skip is pretty solid. The question is, can I get to 1200? It's a gamble. With black, if I can get blackboard to proc, I could probably get to 1200. But that's not guaranteed. The money cards aren't going to help me with that. So the question is, am I going to skip this blind or not? Another free polychrome joker is pretty solid. And skipping is good for the boss. I think I am, which means I'm going to save this money because I'm going to need money after the big blind. All right. Okay, so I've got a pair of 7s I can work with. If I dump the red cards, I proc blackboard. It's not a very good hand. I could discard my red cards instead. And just... I could do this and see what else I get. Or I could do something like this and hope I get a pair here. Probably better to discard the red card. All right, let me do this and see if I can get an ace or a jack. Nice. Okay. So I play the... I guess I play the 7s and the 8s and keep the jacks for later. This procs blackboard, so we'll get 16 plus 14, we'll get 30. 50 times 2 times 6. Times 9. What is it? 50 times 9? 450? That's good for a single hand. Okay. So what do I have now? I need to throw away this 3. I almost always skip if previously played as the boss. I lose a lot. Yeah. I can understand that. So I don't have the 10 that I would need for the straight. I have the pair of jacks. I could just play them. If I just play them, then I get 30 times 9 is... what, another 180 points? It's not really good enough. I could just discard this and see what I get. That might be the play. Okay, so I got a full house here. The only problem is, if I can't get rid of this 2... I don't proc blackboard. So I kind of need to do this and play the triple. So this will be 60 times 3 times times 9 plus 4.5. That's a pretty solid hand. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that won it for me. This is actually making things... This is a pretty challenging card to play correctly, this blackboard card. Okay, so we got this. This is free polychrome. $2 per discard if no discards are used. That's... I'm not going to be able to proc the money value, but I'll take it for the free polychrome for now. What are you? Plus 4 mult. With all our multiplication, this could be worth $2 here. I don't need the voucher. I don't need the celestial pack. This seems like a risky gamble to me, although... I feel like I should just buy this. Like, adding base mult and then getting all this polychrome will help me out a lot. There could be something good in here for $2 more, though. But I'm low on money, so I think I'll take the small... Like, I can sell this later. I could take the small guaranteed 4 mult here. And then get something better later. Or I could gamble on whatever's in here. This is so mediocre, though. Maybe I should get the buffoon pack. Plus, if hallucination procs, I could get a tarot card. All right, let's do it. Nice. We picked up the moon. And this is very good for me. We can get rid of 3 of our red cards to help with blackboard. I don't really want clubs. I want spades, but I'll use this anyway. And then we picked up... All right, this actually works for now. Because I want black cards in my hand, which means I want to play red cards. This could work for now. And then this one gains 2 multi-played hand, contains a 2 pair. Early on, this is probably the better card. I don't know how many 2... Like, I don't have a lot of control over the hands I play, though. This will become less powerful over time, but is better now. This is worse now, but becomes more powerful over time. But it's kind of sketchy with my build. I think this was still the right choice because I picked up this moon. I can make sure I use this on hearts and not diamonds. All right, let's pick this up. So we have Greedy Joker. I could also buy this for now. It's only $2. You need the pants joker. You're working on a pair build? Yeah, it's a good joker if you're working on that. For $2, this is probably worth it to help me out for now. And we want to use this to turn hearts into clubs. All right, let's go to the boss blind and see if we win. All right, so I have a pair of aces. If I throw the 8-7 and the 3 in there, I get malt. Not great, but I get 3 malt from this, and then 4 malt from this. So that's 9. Times 3 is 27. Times 1.5 is another, what? 13 and a half. That gets me to 40. So 60 times 30 is 1800. This is actually, I think, a fire hand right here. This should be 1800. 1900. Okay, I missed something in the calculation, but that works. And we got money for delayed gratification. Okay, that was a pretty good boss. Okay, so since we're playing the ghost pack, we get these spectral cards. Add foil, holographic, or polychrome effect to one selected card in hand. That's pretty solid. 0.25 malt for every blind skip this run. This one grows, but we have enough malt already. I don't need this. This would be good later, I think. Right now, I need to get rid of my hearts and diamonds, which means, and I also need to play them a lot. So if I use this card on a card I'm going to play, instead of holding my hand to proc blackboard, then eventually I have to get rid of it or convert it. But I could convert it with the moon later, or something like it. Adding 50 chips, very strong. I don't need the holographic or polychrome. I would probably use this for foil. You know what? This is probably worth buying. Hold on. What are we doing for blinds this run? All face cards drawn face down. I can live with that. I don't really want to take either of these skips. All right. Let's buy this for now and go do the small blind. So 87654, I guess. I'm not going to proc blackboard here, but some of these other cards should give me value. I could throw foil on the 8 here, I guess, and then convert it later. Might as well. Oh, I don't have a choice which one it is. Okay, I got the one I wanted. Nice. So there's the straight with the 50 chips. We'll get a bunch of malt from the diamonds from that joker, and then we don't get the X3, but we get the 1.5 and the 1.5. This is a pretty solid hand. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That worked out. All right, we're starting to build some money now. What do we have here? 3 of a kind, not what we're going after. Plus 4 malt for each card below 52. I don't need malt right now. We do want to go into this Arcana pack, however. What do we pick up? Destroy 2 selected cards. Perfect. Okay. So I want to convert hearts. I've only got 2 hearts here, but I might as well use the 3. Let's use the moon. I'll hang on to the hanged man for now. What else do we have? Temperance for money. Emperor for 2 random cards. A steel card. Convert to hearts. And death. So what does my deck look like right now? What do I have the most of? Clubs? We've already done clubs, but it's probably a bad idea to try to change that now. So we get rid of spades. None of these are great. Emperor's probably pretty solid. Death could be good, but I don't have a good card to turn it into. I guess the best play is probably something like this. Turn the 3 into a king. I don't have any way to remove cards, aside from Hangman, which I'll use later. I guess this is the best play right now. Okay. Yeah, I think we're ready for the next round. All right, so we got this foil 8 that we can't do anything with. I could high card this, actually. Yeah, that's actually going to be pretty powerful with the foil on it. Yep. Okay, we're not playing 2 pair. Each played 8 creates a tarot card. I don't need. We want the Arcana pack. Let's do this. Okay, we can use the Hangman now. I'll get rid of a pair of hearts here. What else do we have? The Empress, the Emperor, and bonus cards. We're not exactly chasing flushes, it's just that we want to get rid of all our red cards to proc blackboard. Emperor's nice. Emperor's an interesting choice. So is the Hierophant, to be fair. So the issue right now is that the cards I'm actually playing are usually red, but I want to get rid of them. So enhancing cards is like a late game strategy. Like if I enhance my spades and clubs, I'll be able to use them later. We have tons of malt, so bonus cards with extra chips is good. If we go after flushes, we have spades and clubs in kind of equal numbers here. If I'm forced to play... Okay, so I'll split it between spades and clubs. If I'm forced to play these low-value cards, at least I can get some chip value. The other option is to go tarot. I might be better off to go Emperor. I might be better off to go Emperor to get another, like, Hanged Man card or one of the conversion cards. It could be useless, too. I think I'll gamble on this, see what we get. Okay, convert to spades is nice. The Devil's not as good, but I'll live with it. All right, let's play the boss blind. Since we don't know what we're dealing with here, I guess I'll gamble on whatever that would be. We might just get 2 pair here. Not terrible. I guess this is kind of hard to play. These are all face cards. All right. 2 pair. That works out well. Okay, we basically won. We lucked into this. So, I'm gonna play the 8s. The pair of 8s will win the hand. So if I'm gonna use the gold card and the world, I should do it now. I want to probably convert this. Get rid of hearts. The 10's more valuable to convert. I need to hold in hand, so I can't use that on the 4. Let's convert this. Then we play the 8s, the 6s, and the 4. That wins the blind. Okay. Hearing you talk through your thought process really helps. Well, I'm glad, man. I feel the same way when I watch other people play strategy games. Like, even if I disagree with them, hearing their thoughts helps me consider different perspectives and learn about the game, right? +1 hand size, instant buy, yes. Always. We're not playing straights. I don't need the egg. It's too late, I think. Well, it's not too late, but I don't need the money right now. I don't need the Celestial Pack or the Buffoon Pack. I don't really have a strategy for scoring, except to rely on Blackboard. Like, I don't have a hand-specific strategy, I guess is the better way to say it. I've done a lot of 2-pair, it looks like, some pair. I'm not building flushes or straights or anything like that right now. I'm just relying on Blackboard to win for me. Plus the, like, initial value that these cards give, and the extra polychrome here. What are we looking at for our blinds? Skip for money, skip for a Buffoon Pack, and decrease level of played poker hand. All right. No skips, and I think I can win all 3, so I think we'll just go in and keep earning money and seeing what the shot gives us. All right, so 3 of a kind here is nice. I can play that for quite a lot of points. The problem is, to proc Blackboard, I have to get rid of some stuff. I can do a high card with this 8, I think. That gets rid of the 3 and the 2. This is a decent play. Lets me set up for the 3 of a kind next turn. Okay. So I throw away the jack, take my 3 of a kind, get my bonuses. This would be worth, like... This might win. Not quite. Okay. And then 2-pair with the Blackboard bonus also wins for me. Okay. All right, this Joker is kind of trash. We need to get something better. Same with Greedy Joker. As we remove diamonds from our deck, it gets less and less valuable. So I do want to keep an eye out for Jokers. Hallucination obviously has to be replaced sooner or later. Delayed gratification, I'm not as sure of. Let's see, what do we have here? Deja Vu, add a red seal to one selected card in your hand. This doesn't do a lot for me. Spend $3 to get 14? I guess that's a no-brainer, right? Re-trigger this card one time. Like, if I put that on my 8, it would be good. I guess. I mean, I have storage space. Let me do the Arcana pack first, and then we'll see if I want to buy this. You know what? We've got a lot of money. I probably can afford to buy this. All right, so we picked up the Magician for lucky. Wheel of Fortune. Add something to a random Joker. Now, the problem with this is I still don't know if this card... It's only 1 in 4, which is crappy. And then I don't know if it can overwrite the existing... fortune or whatever you would call it on these 2, which I don't want it to do. Lovers enhances one selected card into a wild card. Yeah, none of this is great for me. I don't really want Wheel of Fortune to proc on any of these. I don't think these are good enough to keep. So I could go Lucky or Lovers. Lovers is really only good for flushes, which we're not actually pursuing. It'll become valuable later, but I'd rather get rid of a card than have it be a wild card. Where's the wild card I have? I have a wild king. So I could go for a wild ace or 10. Wheel never works. Yeah, you have to buy it a lot to get it to work. I think it's missed the last 3 times I bought it. Neither of these are great to me. I guess Lucky's okay. Can be used as any suit. So like late game, I might be going after flushes once I only have clubs and spades. So putting that on this king might have been a mistake, except I'm playing it now, right? All right. So we'll try to convert that. Well, the problem is if I get a card that lets me convert it, I might not draw the cards I want to convert. I think at Henti 4, it makes more sense to put this on... Looks like I have more spades than clubs. So if I was going after flush, it would probably be a spade, which means putting it on a club is, I guess, the right idea. All right. This is $4. I guess I'll buy it. And we'll go to the next round here. Okay. We got a pair of 10s, pair of 7s. But I would need to get rid of the 9 and the 4. 9, 7. I don't have the 8 for the straight. I don't have a great hand here. I can't proc blackboard with this. So to proc blackboard, I have to play these, which means I'm getting a high card play. I already have a 10 out, which means I'm less likely to draw another 10 than a queen, and they have the same value for high card. I could just play it like this, or I could get rid of this, or get rid of one of these lesser cards. I got 2 spades, 3 clubs. I think I just play this and score 15 plus whatever else this gives me. 500, not great, but not the worst thing ever. Sort by suit, I got 4 clubs, 4 spades. All right. Queen, Jack, 10, 9. I don't have the 8. 7, 6, 5, 4. I don't have the 8. So I can play this pair. And get rid of these, I guess. Only got 3 hands left, so this is getting a little sketchy. I need something good here. All right, we've got 2 pair or a straight. Queen, Jack, 10, 9, 8. 2 pair gets me 20 times 2. Straight gets me 30 times 4. That's the better play, I think. There we go. All right, 1 good hand. Is this pair of aces enough to win? So 30 times 2 times, so 30 times 5, 30 times 9, 30 times 27. Yeah, that's more than enough. Okay. So I probably have enough money that I can start using my discards again. I like to avoid it and collect this delayed gratification bonus to my money if I can, but I have enough money that I can stop obsessing over it. What do we have here? 1 in 4 chance to upgrade level of a played poker hand. That's nice, but it's a little late in the game, in the run, to pick this up, especially only 1 in 4. Copies ability of Joker to the right. Ooh. So I could copy my blackboard? I think I should probably buy this. Yeah, that seems... Blueprint seems amazing. That seems really powerful. So now the problem is I need base malt. So I need to give these cards up and get some base malt, and then all of this multiplicative malt turns even a little bit of base malt into something amazing. So I just need something with like 10 or 20 malt here. This is okay for now. This is okay for now. I might, depending on what I find for the Jokers, I might sell both of these. But this is starting to get into the obscene territory, as long as I can pull it off. I still have Deja Vu. Let me go into this. This might actually be a reroll right here for another Joker with better base malt. Like, this isn't bad, but all this multiplication only works if I have something in the base to work with, right? Let me get this Arcana pack first. Okay, we picked up a free Hermit. I'll just use that right away. We still have this red seal we can add if we want to something. I can convert a card, planet cards, or spades. I do have more spades than clubs. So like this 7 and this 4. And then this Jack of clubs. I whirled those into spades. Yeah. That's good. Okay. I think I spend on the reroll here and we take a look. Well, that's great. What do we have here? Plus 10 chips and plus 4 malt for 10s or 4s. It doesn't really help me that much. One more. 8 malt for a pair or a Neptune card. Meh. I mean, I am playing kind of a lot of pairs, right? 6 pairs. One more. All right, I guess I can buy this. That helps me out a little bit. Okay, I think we got to play the arm here and see what we get. All right, so I have the red seal card and the malt cards. So what happens if I just do this? If it's just a pair, right? I get plus 3 malt for the diamond. So that puts me at 5. Times 3 is 15. Times 1.5 is 22.5. Times 3 is 67.5. Times 1.5 is like, I don't know, times 100. Times 150. So this will be 30 times 150-ish, I think. Which is 4,500. For a single pair, that's not bad at all. Oh, it copies the ability, but not the polychrome. So I get times 3 out of this. All right, fair enough. I have a pair of 8s here. I could put malt on both of them, I guess. That gets me 8 malt. To use with all this multiplication, I guess. I don't have anything else to work with here. What about suit? Do I have a flush? I do have a flush. 35 times 4. There we go. That was pretty nice. Okay. Oh, I could have put this red seal on one of those things I enhanced. Oh well, I didn't think about it. All right, gaining a discard, worth it every time. Some of these vouchers are instant buys. $4 at the end of the round doesn't help me. If the first hand of the round is a single 6, destroy it and create a spectral card. How many 6s do I have? I do have 4 6s, so I could get rid of the red 6 that way. It looks like I already converted the heart. So that's only really good for one particular card for me. I don't think this is worth buying. None of this seems that great to me. I need something better than Greedy Joker, and I probably need something better than Hallucination, although it's not too late to sell this. Maple says you should deja vu the gold card to get it to proc twice for an extra $3 per round. I'm kind of okay for money. I think I'd rather spend this on a chip card than a money card. It's not a bad idea, though. Early on, that would be pretty strong to help you get up to the point where you're earning interest and stuff. None of this looks good to me. I'll spend 5 on a reroll. Played cards with even rank give mult when scored. This actually kind of works for me. I think that's better. I think that's better than Greedy Joker because I'm slowly getting rid of all the diamonds. And this works no matter what suit I'm playing. So let's sell Greedy Joker and stick Even Steven in instead. Any base mult we get is good. I do occasionally have to play high card with my current build, so a Pluto doesn't hurt. Looks like pair and two pair are my most played hands here. I could get a tarot card out of opening the Celestial pack, so let's see what we get. Didn't get it. All right, we'll take the Mercury. And then, what are we looking at for blinds here? I don't need the money. I don't need to reroll this boss blind. This boss blind is great for me. Okay, let's play all three blinds here. Okay, so we have a pair of aces, pair of nines, pair of threes. So I think I play this. Two pair, proc blackboard. The two is the only one that benefits from even Steven here, unfortunately. But that's okay. For a first hand, it's fine. Oh, it wasn't scored, so it didn't count. All right, fair enough. Why not? Let's use this. And then let's play the full house. With the double blackboard bonus, this should win for me. Oh yeah, very nice. 37 grand. Love to see that. Okay, 100 chips, -5 for every hand played. How many hands do we have left? We're on round 12, so another 12 rounds-ish, right, to get to the end? Because we are just into the first part of the fifth ante. So 12 times 5 is 60. This gets down to 40. Like, it's good now, but not that good later. It's better than hallucination. Let me open this Arcana pack and see what we get. Okay, first of all, we pick up a moon, which is fantastic. We convert these 3 red cards to black cards, or these 3 red cards to black cards for our blackboard strategy. Then what do we have? Destroy 2 cards. I like that. Create a random Joker card. We could get another moon here. I think... So I could destroy the 3 and the 2, or I could get another moon card to convert 3 red cards to black cards. Given that we're using the blackboard, I think the Fool is the way we go here. I still have hallucination and a lot of money, so I think I will open this up. We did pick up a chariot. That's nice. Flush will eventually become our final play. Spades. Yeah, let's sell this and take the world. This is getting pretty solid now. We only have 13 red cards left. We can convert 6 of those to black cards, and so our blackboard strategy becomes way more powerful. I think we're good here. Let's go to the next round. Okay, so... what do I do here? I can play the high card. If I play this 7, then I get everything. Now, interestingly enough, I want to draw my red cards, right? Maybe I play... yeah. I play the flush to get points for this hand and keep the 7. So blackboard doesn't proc, which means these 2 don't do anything. Yeah, this is going to be a low scoring hand. Low-ish. I'll get 12 mult from the 10-8... no, 16 mult from the 10-8, 6, and 2. And then 1.5 and 1.5. So it's not going to be bad. And it gives me a chance to draw some more red cards to use the World of the Moon. Let's see. Yeah, 6,000 I'm not too upset about. What do I do here? So I'm probably... I've got 3 hands left. Got a pair of 7s. So there's 2 pair there. Let me discard these and see if I can pick up a... Well, I probably shouldn't throw that away. These aren't worth that much. Let me discard this and see if I can pull a 3rd red card. There we go. All right. So what do I want to do here? Full deck. What do I have the most of? Spades? I guess it sort of doesn't matter because I have 1 of each. But for now, we'll go spades. Okay. And then we have ace, king, queen, jack, 10. But I can't do anything. I already... Let me discard this 5, I guess. There we go. All right. So now I have... I don't have a royal flush, but I have a very nice card here. I want to use the 9 probably, so... Let's do king, queen, jack, 10, 9. It's a straight. This will trigger twice. And we get blackboard. This probably wins for me. Yeah, okay. The build is coming together. Feels like a winning run, but I don't want to jinx it. What do we have here? A gold card doesn't do anything for me. It's too late to play this. Since we still have hallucination, I probably play both of these packs because I got tons of money, and I probably reroll as well. What do we have here? So I picked up another world. What do we have here? Adds foil, holographic, or polychrome effect to one selected card in hand. Not bad. Not bad at all. Cryptid. Create 2 copies of one selected card in your hand. So I could create 2 copies of this 9. That'd be pretty solid. Blue seal doesn't do much for me. Gold seal doesn't do much for me. I kind of like Cryptid here on the 9. It's got the retrigger red seal and the +4 malt. This is not bad, but I'm more likely to get malt than chips, and well... what else do I want to do here? I'm gonna hang on to this if I can. You're a wild card right now. I think I cryptid here. Well, now opening this doesn't make as much sense because I don't have room. So let me do a reroll. What is this? When blind is selected, destroy Joker to the right and permanently add double its sell value to this malt. You need to get this early for this to be worth it. I mean, I guess I could use it on something like one of these two, but it doesn't really help me. Allows straights to be made with gaps of 1 rank. Also not super duper helpful. What do we have here? Yeah, neither of these is great. All right, let's move on to the boss blind. Heart cards are debuffed. I have a grand total of 2 heart cards. So this boss shouldn't be too bad. All right, I think I convert these. I think using it on 2 is fine. I'd love to use it on 3, but I think it's going to be hard to do that at this point in the run. So, do I have clubs? I do not. All right, so we'll play the 3 of a kind here, I think. I guess I could full house. Yeah, I don't need this $3, right? This is probably a fire hand. Yeah, this is definitely a fire hand. 52 grand, not bad. That's an anti-8 hand for me. That's very nice. Okay, new ante. We're dealing with a free holographic. I don't really need that. An additional voucher. That's actually not bad. And then cards drawn face down after each hand played. I'm okay with that because I can go to a single hand win against 40,000 probably. +1 consumable slot, definitely worth buying. What do we have here? This is probably good. Malt cards. Joker gains 0.25 malt for each card sold. Resets when boss blind. Yeah, I don't need this. This is worth buying. All right. I think we just go here. So obviously we got 2 pair. That's enough to win on its own. So let me see if I can draw another red card here. There's a full house now. I could not... Yeah, well, I could still try. There we go. Okay. So you guys get converted to clubs. And now we're going to play the full house. Let's use the Empress here. And that's definitely a fire hand. Wow. Very nice. Okay. All right. Looking good. Things are looking good. I don't want to jinx it, but things are looking good. 15 mult when discards. It's getting close to time to give up on hallucination here. We've still got 2 full antes to buy our own packs here. Face card gives 2x. I kind of want a chip card for hallucination, just to help out all this malt that we have. So I don't think I want either of these. We did pick up an Empress, which is fantastic. And we have 2 red cards here if we have something to get rid of them with. No. All right, so I don't want the star. I don't want the sun. Lucky cards, a stone card, or a steel card. None of this is great for me. Let's take the Jack and the 8. Use the Empress. I guess I could use the tower on one of these red cards to get rid of it, sort of. What is the exact wording? So I don't know if a stone card held in hand would proc blackboard or not, because it's no suit. So I don't think it would, because it says all cards held in hand are spades or clubs. So I don't think the tower works. I could put the chariot on the 2. I think the magician's the best of a mediocre lot here. What do we have here? 3 of a kind, straight +4 malt. Emperor makes sense. So I got a tower that I'm not going to use, and a temperance I can use now. Reroll one more time. Yeah, none of these are great. All right, on we go. Do I want a voucher? You know what? My build is strong enough and vouchers are powerful enough that maybe I could do this. So we should have 2 vouchers in the next shop after the fish, I guess. You can one-hand that boss easy. 2x on photograph. Yeah, I already have plenty of X. So Blackboard gives me 3x plus 1.5x for multi-chrome. Blueprint copies the 3x, and then this has a multi-chrome on it as well, or a polychrome. So we're kind of golden here. This 2 pair, I think, wins for me. What do we have? Yeah, because I get +4 malt from each of them, from the 10s and the 8s, so that's 16 malt. And then all this multiplication will kick in. I think that's enough to get past 40,000. Yeah, we just unlocked something too. Is that for one-handing a boss? Not sure, but... yeah, this build came together really well. And we did get 2 vouchers here. So this guy, -1 ante, -1 hand. So... go down an ante and go to 3 hands. Like, why would you ever buy this? Unless it upgrades into something amazing. I don't know. Buying this seems like trash to me. I have to play more. And I get less hands to do it. Like, what is the value of this? This seems like a pure negative. Why would you buy this? Unless, the only reason I can see to buy this is if you're struggling and you think you're going to lose the run and you need more time, maybe? But even then, taking one less hand doesn't seem like it's worth it. I don't know why you would buy this. Telescope's great, but it's too late in the run for me to buy this. It helps for an achievement. Okay, so I can worry about this later on, I guess. Or should I buy it now because my build is strong enough to work with it? Like, if I buy this spade card, that's amazing. Maybe I should buy this now? Like, with this strong of a build, maybe now's the time to do it? There's never going to be a time when I feel good about buying this, unless... This build is pretty strong, so maybe... Going down to 3 hands... Alright, I hope I don't regret this, but I will buy this. Oh, now you say leave it. You're too late. Adds the sell value of all other owned jokers to malt. That seems good. I don't think we need hallucination anymore. So we sell this for 2. This is probably worth at least 2. All right. 16. All right, I'll take that. 16 base with all of this multiplication in here. What is this? This is 3 times 1.5 is 9. Or 3 times 3 is 9, times 1.5 is 13.5. Times 1.5 is... like 20.5, so we're multiplying our malt by 20. So minimum, if we proc Blackboard of 320 malt. Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't need 2 common jokers. I might take... No, I would take it if it was negative, but I don't think I'll take the foil tag here. We're back down to ante 6, so we've got 3 more antes to go through. The flint I'm fine with. All right, let's go. So trip aces is a nice play. Trip aces is enough to win for 20 grand. So let me see if I can pull another couple of red cards here. There we go. Friggin' amazing. I think that's enough to win. Yeah. Okay. We're on track. We're on track. Despite buying that weird voucher, I think we're still on track to win here. What do we have here? 2 celestial packs. I don't have hallucination anymore, so opening them doesn't do much. Add foil holographic or polychrome effect to 1 selected card in hand. I guess that's fine for $4. What do we have here? Prevents death. Add a gold seal. No, let's just play through and beat the game now, or beat the run. All right. What do I want to put this on? I mean, I guess it doesn't super matter. We got 5 of a kind here, or 4 of a kind here. We can play the king, get rid of it. So, sure, why not? We'll see what this does. Yeah, that works out. Perfect. Yeah, this is going well. I don't need Gros Michel. I don't need this Ankh card. I might find something good in here. No red cards. Increase the rank of up to 2 selected cards by 1. That could be good with even Steven here. So 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2. I could upgrade this 9 and this 3. That could work. Steel card, no. Convert to spades would be nice, but I don't have any red cards here. Yeah, I think we take this 9 and 3 and make them even with strength. Okay. 15 malt. This is free. Oh, I'll take this, but I won't use it now. If I get one more really good card to use to recreate, this could be very, very powerful. All right, let's move on. So base, chips, and multi-hab doesn't matter at all to me. We got 2 pair. Throw away the 9. That's going to be pretty valuable. 15 grand. Trip aces, full house. That wins. Oh, no. Yeah, it does win. Okay. There we go. On to ante 7. What do we have here? Playing cards can be purchased from the shop. Don't need it. I'll buy that. Go into the Arcana pack for sure. See what we get. All right, mult cards. Yeah, I don't need money, so we'll get some mult cards here, and then I guess I could fool that. Like the ace. I guess I want to put it on even cards, right? That's lucky already. Because I want to play even cards if possible. These are already mults. So the 6 and the 2. Is mult better than lucky? I think it is. Lucky, I don't like 1 in 5 chance for scoring. I think the 6, the 4, and the 2 here. Oh, it only does 2 cards? All right. What are you looking at? We have 3 red cards left. Do I want to use this to get another mult? Another Empress, rather? Is there... Yeah, tarot cards, right? So, what would I like, rather? So, I could get a copy of the Empress. I kind of would rather have the Hierophant if I had my druthers. Strength would be good. Hangman, pretty good. Death, good. And then obviously Moon or World. I don't know. The likelihood that we get when we're something like that much better than this is pretty low. I'll just use this now so that I have this. Random planet cards. No, no. I guess I'll take a Pluto. All right. So what's our boss blind here? The mouth. Play only 1 hand type this round. All right, I have to be careful with this, but I can make that work. I don't need a holographic. I don't really need that. So I guess we play both and go into the shops. This, I might take this. Yeah, I might take this and go straight to the mouth because two tarot cards is pretty strong for me. All right, so we probably have a flush here. Yeah, we have all spades, it looks like. I don't have a straight... Do I have a straight flush? I don't have a straight flush. I have Jack 10. Well, no, I want the malt cards and the foil, right? So do I want to use this? I might as well do this. And then do Jack 10. I want the foil 9-6. That's a flush. That's a winning hand, I think. $130,000. I think that's my all-time high for a single hand. This is going quite well. This is a nice card. This would be a nice card to have, but the things we have are better. So I can't give either of these up, I don't think, at this point in the run. Don't need the gold card. Don't need either of these packs. At this point, buying a Jupiter card makes sense. All right. I think I do skip this blind and go straight to the mouth. Oh, I didn't know it was going to give it to me right now. Okay. We can do a conversion. I don't need money. I don't need random tarot cards. Although I do get 2. So I probably play Death and then the Emperor. Great hand. Okay. So I want to get rid of an odd card and turn it into a powerful even card. So we'll turn this 7 into this 10. with the death card. And then I don't need money. I don't want diamonds. I don't need planet cards. So I guess I'll take the Emperor here. I got Wheel of Fortune. Strength is very good. I'm leery of using this just because I don't want it to overwrite the polychromes here. But it's only a 1 in 4 chance, and then it's a 2 in 5. All right, let's gamble here. You became holographic. Sure. All right. Okay. Only one hand type this round. So what are we going to do? Probably we go flush here. We have the discards to chase flushes. So we have a straight here and then a straight available here. Or, sorry, a flush. Before I do that, let me take this 3 and 5 and strengthen them into even cards. This is still a flush. There we go. Very nice. Oh, this build is kicking ass. I love it. Okay. Voucher, sure, why not? Maybe we find something amazing. I want this card so early. I want this card so early. Do we have any probability cards? We don't, right? Okay. This is a builder card. Not good now. This is basically equivalent to Swashbuckler. It's too late for you. Too late for both of you. Let's do one reroll here. Oh, this is interesting. If I skip straight to the boss... What are we looking at here? Flips and shuffles all Joker cards. I'm kind of okay with that. I could skip both of these and go right to Amber Acorn. But what am I replacing? I don't think I'm replacing anything here. This is just all too good. This delayed gratification is okay for right now. It stacks with these two. I don't want this. I don't want this. This could be pretty strong if I skip straight to the end of the run. But is it better than this? I don't think so. With all the malt we have built up, getting some extra chips isn't, I don't think, as valuable as 1.5 malt. Yeah. I mean, I could play out the next two hands and hope to get both an Arcana card and draw these into the random hand it pulls for me to manipulate them with, but I think the build is done. I don't think we need to play the next two blinds. I think we just try and win right now. Right? I don't think we need anything else. I guess at this point we take flush. And maybe full house. And let's just try and beat the game. So, all right. The one thing we want is that we want blueprint to be to the right of to the left of blackboard. That's a kind of a problem. So what I'm going to do here is set the game speed down. And on our first hand, we want to see where blueprint is, and we want to try and move these to the right. So blueprint is going to copy the ability of the Joker to the right. So we want to find out which of the upside down cards copies the one to the right. And then we also want to find these two if we can. Okay. So we have our flush. So these all get scored. None of them are even, Steven. That is blackboard. That's the polychrome. And that's our copy card. So we want this here and that there. And now I think we're exactly where we need to be. I have another flush here. Let me make sure I've got this right. So this should do X by 3. No, this is blackboard. This is even Steven. Yeah, okay, I've got these mixed up. Okay, we're still on track to win. I've corrected that now. I think we do this spade flush with the 8 and the jack. That should be enough. Yeah, we're already at 63. Okay. There it is. Nice. Okay. Too bad these chips are all virtual. No kidding, right? Very cool. So best hand, 170,000. Very cool. Played a bunch of 2-pair. Made it to round 22, ante 9. 182 cards played, 43 discarded, 42 purchased, 19 rerolls. 9 new discoveries. Let's see what we unlocked. Play every heart in your deck in a single round. Oh, because we only had 1 heart in the entire deck. Each queen held in hand gives 13 malt. That seems pretty strong. Spent a total of $2,500 at the shop. We're at 2706. Plus 1 card slot available in shop. Didn't we already have this? Okay. Nicely done. Thank you, ODT. Thank you very much. So our next run is going to be the abandoned deck. Start the run with no face cards in your deck. So what? This has king, queen, jack times 4 suits. This is 12 cards less, so it's a 42 card deck? Or a 40 card deck? Interesting. All right. Well, that is going to be it for today. Maple 2017, ODT, and anybody watching the VOD in the future, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the run. We'll be back to continue our Balatro beginner stream tomorrow with the abandoned deck. We'll see how that plays out. And then how many more decks do we have after that? Checkered deck and 5 lock decks. So we're halfway through the initial white stakes difficulty. I guess after I beat all, what is it, 15? After I beat all 15 on white stakes, I'll have to change the stream from Balatro beginner to like Balatro apprentice or something. Where we've learned the basics of the game, but we're not into the like E times 20 nonsense yet. Anyway, like I said, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.